The reasons why seemed to revisit me all at once, in every burn and scrape and ache in my body. He switched off the engine, then shot me a wink. Warmth flared in my middle. I couldn't resist the smile that swept me. I couldn't resist him. He'd made good on his promise to keep me from falling asleep, and the funny thing was how many times I'd been tempted to anyway. How many times he'd teased me to wakefulness because I'd melted into him and almost succumbed. I tore my gaze away and opened my door. It shouldn't come as a surprise I'd wanted to fall asleep in his bed. That kind of sexual gymnastics would exhaust a trained athlete. Avner exited the car. I rushed up the stairs while fishing car keys out of my bag. "Sorry, babe, can't stay." I reached the top step and kissed her cheek. "Stuff to do." "Hatham's already put the coffee machine on." She reached out as if to grab hold of me. I backed down a step. "Next time." "Avner already made you one?" She crossed her arms, and her smile tugged higher up. "No." The response rumbled right at my back. Damn it, he blocked my retreat. She wouldn't let me. Avner and Angelina greeted each other with pecks on the cheek. Angelina bent and collected a basket from the ground. "Well then, I can't let you drive all the way home without a morning coffee." She turned toward the front door, as though that settled the matter. I glanced over my shoulder to my car, then back to the door. What were we supposed to do now? Have coffee with them together, like couples? Did I have to sit next to him? Was I supposed to hold his hand? I had the urge to fan my collar, but it was down too low on my chest. "Have you guys eaten? I just collected eggs." Avner paused at the door and held his hand out to me. "We'd love to have breakfast, wouldn't we?" He squinted just a little. The bastard's smugness exceeded Angelina's levels. I stared at his fingers, curled slightly and beckoning, and remembered how they'd touched and tickled me, stroked and tormented me. I cleared my still raw from screaming throat and set my hand in his. "Sure, why not?" His fingers closed around mine, and I walked with him to the kitchen. The kitchen was light, bright, and appropriately large, yet walking into Hatham standing in the middle of it put me in the mind of kids playing with toy kitchens and mini tea sets. His fingers were too bulky for the dainty cappuccino cups he placed by the coffee machine. He glanced up when he saw us. Avner's grip tightened on mine. He released my hand, but hauled me up against him. "Good morning." Hatham's gaze fixed on Avner. There were only 2 men present, yet the testosterone palpable in the room could have belonged to an army. "Avner," Hatham said. I kept my eyes from rolling. Hatham was going to have to get over this. Avner reached across the island without letting me go. My middle pressed into the bench. He and Hatham shook hands for a long, white-knuckled moment. Then Hatham turned to me. "Good morning, Emma." His gaze was assessing, but his voice was warm. "Morning, Hatham." I glanced back to Avner. Maybe there was something else up between the two of them. Angelina set the basket of eggs on the bench. "Omelets?" Hatham nodded, tore open a bag of coffee beans, and filled the machine. The scent hit me in the lungs, so wonderful I almost moaned. "Sounds good." I picked an egg out of the basket. The shell warmed my palm. They had their own chickens, a veggie patch, herb garden, and an apple orchard, as well as the whole vineyard thing. It was all so domestic and strange to see the same Hatham and Angelina who'd spent their first year together in the most modern city apartment I'd ever seen, now nesting here. The coffee machine buzzed, and then Hatham shook the milk into the cups with the flair of a trained barista.